Welcome back, Daily Show on this Thursday morning. That spider web will be up here until the building falls. Have you seen that thing on the camera? It will not leave. It's been here for 2.5 years, and it's the strongest spider web I've ever seen. Coming up this weekend is my mom's favorite holiday, the Earthtones Festival. It really is. She loves it. Every year makes it a point, at least 4 or 5 hours out there.
Oh, it's wonderful.
What year are we in now?
19.
What? So the big 20 is coming up right around the corner.
Yes,
all the ideas are spinning on how to make number 20, the biggest and best yet.
Well, I wish we could have a camera in the studio off commercial breaks, just so we could see. I mean, you guys are working hard this week. It's the storm before the calm.
Yes.
Pretty much, yes. This is the time where, we are getting everything dialed in. We have 121 booths and exhibits this year, and we are just really excited to bring everybody down to the riverfront on Saturday.
I've never asked you, how do you plot that? That's a lot of space.
And there's a big aerial map.
Yes,
little squares.
huge aerial map. And luckily about this time of year, Seirra and I share a brain. So it works out really, really well. I mean, you've got vendors that want to stay till 6, some till 10, some need electric, others need water. So it is, after doing it for so many years, we kind of know where to put them, but there's always last minute shifts.
And that's why it's good to have experience.
Absolutely. Things move and shift every year. We learn something new every year, and we just keep continuing to get it dialed in.
Well, and too, we just had on Flora. She was talking about the Zen Zone that's going to be there, and there's some really cool opportunities that are very interactive at the Earthtones that I think makes this event so much more unique than a lot of the other public festivals and public gatherings, because there really is that chance to grow and variety of different fields,
Yeah, absolutely. It's pretty much a blank slate.
Yeah.
This is created by the community. So we provide the platform. We have 3 different stages. We've got the main stage. Jacoby Art Center runs programming on the stage, and then we've got the big top tent, which is the Zen Zone, and all 3 are full with programming all day long.
Now, how does the Zen Zone work? Is it a group kind of takes it over for a couple of hours, or?
So there's going to be 4 actually scheduled different things on the itinerary that day. The opening ceremony is from 12 to 12:45, and that is run by Leah Sprout, who does a fantastic job. I mean, just bringing the community together. She works really well with
Have you seen her
Flora.
astrology columns?
Yeah, absolutely.
We want to give her. She does very good stuff with
Very
that.
talented.
She's been on the show. Wonderful.
Yeah, and then right after that, we'll have some yoga.
Really cool.
Then a dream workshop. At 3 o'clock, there's both Reiki and mini massage sessions.
Cool.
Yeah, and then it's just open for everybody to come in and chill out. We always try and get there super early and put out as many comfortable places to sit and hang and yoga mats. People can feel comfortable with a lot of different fans in there and stay out of the sun.
There's not much shade down at the riverfront, so we try to provide that for folks.
You really do. And I mean, because there's been a few years it got pretty warm, but with the amount of tents and the amount of different art displays and different exhibits, it really brings the temperature down a lot.
And the trees are getting bigger down there finally.
They are. And we always rent a couple of different air coolers for outside and a bunch of barrel fans. So we try and make sure that the participants walking by can be cooled as well.
This is before we go any further, isn't there a paddle as well?
Yeah, there's a Great Mississippi River Rendezvous. They've done that for a few years now. It's basically 4 different options of where you can put in upriver and you end your float at the festival. So it's a really cool opportunity to engage actually with recreation on the river.
I love that group.
We should get a heads up when the majority of them are coming in so we can all walk over to the wall, and it's amazing to see, 40
Wave
different...
at them as they go by.
all the kayaks, 40 or 50 kayaks out there all at once. It'll be amazing.
That's really cool. We were talking about that with Craig a couple of weeks ago and wanted to make sure we spotlighted that. But I getting back to this dream thing, I might need to be a part of that. That and massage. I think that would be good. But Spilly Nelson, I mean, and the list goes on from just really great bands that are going to be there. The Steely Dan experience is awesome. I've always felt like everyone's had the Tony Soprano moment in the car singing Dirty Work, And
absolutely. We've gotten a great response about that band. I think people are really excited to see Any Major Dudes.
Full horn session.
Oh, really?
Backup singers. Oh, I think there's 12 people on stage.
No
It will blow
kidding.
your mind.
But this is going to be awesome. Yeah. Oh man, I gotta go. I'm really wanting to be there. And then Jake's Leg's going to be. They're just fantastic. That's like the staple band of bands.
Absolutely. Yep, they're in their 49th year.
Are you
They've been
serious?
playing Earthtones just about every single year we've been having this. So they're our go-to headliner.
What I think's really cool is the folks that are part of your booths, whether it's as a vendor or even as an educational component, they seem to really shake it up each and every year too. Where there's a little bit more to it than last year. There's something completely new.
Absolutely. And we do love the different interactive art pieces that we have coming down. So Michael with Cooliverse will be
so
there,
awesome.
and he's going to have his not quite finished, but already really well on its way trumpet sculpture.
That looks so cool, and they started putting trumpets on it too. It looks awesome.
Yep.
So work in progress.
And then there's going to be a live painter that actually is really wanting participation, so everybody can go up and add their flower.
Wow.
Bloom where your planted's our theme. So the Seirra Club, we're making a loom. My boyfriend and I are never done it before. And we're using a lot of different native grasses that people will be able to weave through. So as the day goes on, you'll be able to see this huge art piece come to life.
That's really unique. And I think it's great to remind the folks, it's all tied back into conservation, correct? And really loving where we live. And we're kind of blessed out of all blessed to be right here on the Mississippi, especially at this part of the Mississippi River too. And when did you guys move down to the riverfront?
We were in Riverfront Park at the beginning and watched the amphitheater be built, and we had it there for about 10 years or so. We did move up to Broadway for a few years and did a kind of street festival style, and then we moved back down to the riverfront about 4 or 5 years ago.
That's what I thought, because the street festival, you guys really adapted well to that, and then going back down into the amphitheater really just utilized that space well. And now, how many food trucks are we going to have?
10.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow, there you go. You'll be just fine. And then also, Gentleman's on Broadway is going to be providing some food as well?
Exactly. We hit up all the local restaurants first to make sure that they wanted to participate. So we've got Brown Bag Bistro, Old Bakery Beer Company, Stina Snacks. So lots of your familiar favorites from downtown.
Taqueria Maya. I'll have their breakfast tacos any day of the week. Oh my goodness.
They're amazing, aren't they?
They make the farmer's market experience for me really good one. And then the Most Sweet Treats, there's so much more too, and we'll come back and touch on those. But now, if somebody wants to volunteer, is that opportunity still available?
We do still have a couple of shifts left. So if you go to downtownalton.com and find the event section, you'll see Mississippi Earthtones Festival, and there is a Sign Up Genius button there.
Really cool. Why don't we do this? We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back and talk more about the Mississippi Earthtones Festival. 19 years old. It can drink in 2 years. More next.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Gonna get fired if I don't get some sleep. My long lost buddies say I'm getting in too deep, but I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. I try so hard, I can't rise above it. Don't know what it is about that little gal's loving, but I like it, I love it, I want some more of it.
Times have changed. 10:46. You couldn't hear that conversation. I always said though, I'd be the best part of the show if I just, we just decided to go live from the commercial break. There's going to be some really cool things in here. Trinity's Way is going to be a part of the event as well. And now I wanted to ask you about the interactive environmental education activity from them and some other groups. If we could kind of just dive into that real quick and get the parents excited.
Sure.
How many booths on the kids' passport this year? 20-something.
I put them on the spot. I'm sorry. 23.
23
Wow.
kids.
They'll have a passport and they
activities.
go around and do all the activities at each one of those booths. And if they complete their passport, they can turn it in for a chance to win a gift certificate at Funky Planet Toys and Gifts.
They have such a cool store.
They
I
really
really
do.
do love what Sage and the group's doing over there. I just stopped by the other day and it's just so awesome. And your kids can play with the toys while they're there as well.
Yes,
Exactly. And
indeed.
they will have a booth set up down there as
really?
well. So, yeah, for sure.
I love it. I mean,
Trinity Way, they're going to be doing a really cool interactive, it's kind of a a grip test, tests your strength to compare the different animal bites. And, I'm sorry, that's Nature Institute. That didn't make sense to me. They've got an interactive board that tests their knowledge about different, your carbon footprint.
Wow.
So even just speaking with children about, what they can do to have a healthier air quality. We were just talking about how bad the air quality is right now. And there really are steps that you can take to try and make it healthier with water and clean air. We'll have a bunch of booths on the river.
Well, I just love what the event's actually for, and that's really to raise awareness and educate us all about it. Because, it could be designed for kids, but I guarantee you 90% of the parents are going to be learning you're doing those booths as well.
Yes. Yeah, all kinds of educational things for adults as well, as far as how to, make a greener home or things like that, and protect our air and water quality.
Well, and another thing, too, that's really important is you guys do this for free. And it's not easy to decide, okay, there's no $10 or $5 to get in the door for the 5,000 people that would put us in the black.
Right.
You guys have to get creative, and 25% of beer sales go right back into the event, correct?
Yes. So
We
we
have the Old Bakery Beer Company and Gentlin's on Broadway. Those are our alcohol providers, and yes, they generously donate a quarter of their proceeds back to help us run the festival.
Good job, Ryan.
We're very
and Lauren.
committed to keeping this a free, family-friendly event for our community to celebrate the river.
And going along kind of with the Grateful Dead theme of Jake's Leg, Ryan Gentland does a wonderful job. He always has the Berry Garcia, which is a refreshing drink with, fresh strawberry puree. It's delicious.
It gets me in trouble.
And then Old Bakery Beer, we do a collab beer with them. So we have a West Coast IPA this year. It's called Earthtones IPA, and it is made with Kernza. And Kernza is a perennial wheat. So a perennial does not have to be replanted every year. So you're not tilling up the soil, breaking down those microbes. It doesn't take any phosphorus or nitrogen. So they're not putting any fertilizer on there, which helps our water quality. And the roots are like 12 times longer than normal wheat roots. So it's a really amazing grain that's in a bunch of different test plots all over Illinois. And that's what we'll be highlighting.
This is incredible. I do have one serious question. How long did it take to write the press release for this event?
3 pages. We couldn't leave out a bit of it, though. It's all the fine details of everything. And honestly, it's really cool to see, lots of these groups are, environmentally based anyway, but a lot of these artists and even some additional businesses, that kind of ramp up what they're doing as far as environmental goes, and they, start making new products out of upcycled or recycled or river-based materials. So it's just cool to see how creative everybody gets every year to add to what they do to become even more and more eco-friendly.
I love it. And I love the tie-in that you guys, because you don't lose sight on Alton Main Street's mission, a part of this event, because as you're raising awareness for conservation efforts in the Mississippi, and that's an important component of downtown and the downtown district, you're also making sure that those businesses a part of Main Street are incorporated. And I think that's such an important thing to note. When we talk about a Main Street event, it's always affiliated within the Main Street circle.
Absolutely. Yes. Shopping small is very important for the environment. The less your materials travel to get from where they are to where you are, then the better for the environment. Less, fuel used and things like that.
Really cool. And now, what time does the event start again?
At noon.
At noon. So that means from noon to 10, you're going to have 10 hours of fun. And noon to 2 is Spilly Nelson, and then Gordo takes over 2 to 3. What's the Confluence Conservation Awards?
So that's something the Seirra Club does every year to really highlight 3 different leaders in our area that have made huge commitments to making our world better as far as the natural world goes, and the community as well. So really cool. So this year we've got 3 amazing women who are being highlighted. We work with Mississippi Mud Pottery. They actually make the awards for us. We try and keep everything very local. So Joanne Pollock of Simmons, Hanley, and Conroy will be there, accepting an award on a lot of her environmental legal challenges that she's faced over the last few years. We have Elise Ratcliffe, who is with the Army Corps of Engineers at the National Great Rivers Museum, and she has been focusing on the river for the last couple years of her employment and bringing families out in very unique ways.
Yeah.
Yes. And then we have Amy Cloud and her entire family.
She does a great job.
Yes.
She's 3 Rivers, right?
3 Rivers Community Farm.
She's great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, and then right after that, Any Major Dudes, the Steely Dan Experience, that's going to be awesome. Gordo's back from 6 to 7, Jake's Leg 7 to 10. Plus, I don't know, just it's hard to kind of pinpoint one vendor or one educational opportunity. So just stop out and see them all.
Yeah, we cover every square inch of Riverfront Park, and we will keep your kids busy for hours on end, and you will also not want to leave. I mean, a lot of people do come down and have the family time. Yes. They drop the kids off with grandma or auntie, and then they come back down for the nighttime show.
Absolutely. And we have some really unique animals this year as well.
Oh, really cool. Fill me in.
Yeah, so kind of towards the back section closest to the river, we will have the Principia Solar Car. They'll be there from 12 to 5.
Okay.
So if you're wanting to check that out, that's the time frame to make sure you're there. 12 to 6, we have the legendary Mustangs, the horses.
Okay.
And a bunch of information about them. They'll have their handlers with them.
Wonderful. And they need help right now. Their just hay storage facility within their building, it caught fire at the house.
My gosh.
Yeah, so we had a story, an article for their GoFundMe. If you guys can support them, and Kathy, they do a lot of wonderful things, so go ahead and support them. That's on RiverBender.com.
Great. And from 2 to 4, both Treehouse Wildlife Center and World Bird Sanctuary will have an eagle and a bunch of other critters that are local to this ecosystem.
I love it. This is so cool. I don't know how we continuously find 25 minutes to talk about this event, but whenever you have hundreds of things to do, literally hundreds of different things to do for 10 hours, it's pretty easy. Anything else before we say goodbye for now?
We want to thank all of our sponsors.
Oh, yeah, that's an important thing too.
Yeah, we really could not do that without them. Besides the 25% commission from the beer and alcohol sales, we depend on our sponsorships. Mm-hmm. We have many that are giving at a $500 and $1,000 level. We'd love to see that increase, especially for our 20th. Mm-hmm. Of course, they get plenty of advertising space. And,
yes, they do.
Getting in front of the perfect crowd. If you have something that you would like to highlight that is earth-friendly about your business, this is the crowd of thousands of people that you can get that in front of.
Yes, we won't ramble all their names off right now, but we do have that posted prominently on most all of our social medias and our AltonDowntown.com
I got you covered. Seirra Club, Jacoby Arts Center, City of Alton, Village of Godfrey, Old Bakery, American Water, Simmons, Hanley and Conroy, Coolaverse, Madison County Building and Zoning, Autobahn, Heartlands, Revity Credit Union, Taqueria Maya, Jacob, Sunroom, and they keep adding to theirs, so I can't keep adding all their additions. Imperial, Midwest Members, CEF, CU. Which one's that?
Citizens Equity First Credit Union.
Okay, perfect. I always forget their abbreviation. First Mid Bank and Trust, Elementals, Legit, RiverBender, the Big Z, the Telegraph, Advantage, Cairo One. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thanks, CJ.
We'll
Appreciate your help.
on this Saturday.
I need to catch up my breath. We'll be back with more after this.